I have got something a little bit different today. So I've had a few requests from people asking me to share some boy layouts and how I scrapbook boy layouts, knowing that I have a teenage boy, wanting to have a look at some of my older layouts and some of my current layouts of how I scrap boys. So as you know, if you've watched a few of my videos, I love to experiment with all kinds of different scrapbooking. So my albums are never the same. They're very eclectic, and you know, I've tried some mixed media and I tried paper pieces, but I just try everything. So if there's a new trend, I love to have a try, and then I love to move on to something else. I get very bored very quickly doing the same thing, so I like to you know, just mix it up a little bit and do a few different things. So I've grabbed a pile of layouts, and because I've got a lot of layouts, I'm not going to go through every single layout that I own, but I will show you, and what you'll see is that I don't really scrapbook with boy themed product. So you won't see a lot of cars and planes and boats or whatever these boy themed products are meant to be. The ones that you will see are ones that I have had to do because I was on a design team for a shop, and you know, I had to use their product. So otherwise you will see me just use normal product and a lot of layouts if they've got my son's sister, of course, in it. You know, I don't care if it has girl paper in it. You know, this one was with me, so you know, it's got pink. So this was one of the very first mixed media pages I did, where I had chipboard letters and I've painted the letters, and then I've embossed the letters and stamped the letters and made them, you know, textured, and I made this little doily thing here in the background. So that was, you know, a first mixed media thing. So, you know, it's got my son, but it's got me, so pink is fine. So I'll just walk you through some of these. So this was one of the ones that I was saying that was a design theme, and so it was particularly boy themed with some of the elements. And so, you know, this has got my girl in it. So once again, if it's got a girl and it's boy themed, I don't really care. I don't mind. So it's got my hubby in there. So, you know, this one would have been, oh man, well, there's my daughter. She hasn't got any braces then. So look, these have to be 7 years ago or so. Maybe 5 years. Let's say 5 years or so. You know, this is when the Dymo Layla was in, all the rage. And actually saw the other day, I thought I might pull it out. So some of these stickers elements are coming back in. So I might pull that out and have another go. But, you know, this was just trying different things, adding some twine, you know, just adding some different dimension. It was a very flat pack, and I just started to add some dimension. But anyway, too long. I'm taking too long. Talking too much. So this was another boy themed one. Had some cars and some tyres and things. And so I used it for an outing in Albany, where they had a lot of this heavy machinery, and the kids could go in and have a look at all this stuff. So, you know, it was themed okay. Wouldn't do themed stuff though. So this one, again, using the same collection. Sometimes it's nice with boys to, you know, use a bit of craft cardstock. So craft looks nice for boys layouts, and you know, just tried to add a few little bits and pieces. So this is one of my first layering ones. And this one here was for a kids class, and we used stamps. So, you know, just adding a few little dimensions on there with different stamps. But once again, it's got the pink, and I don't really mind. Just going to move that to this side. And this one, once again, this was a pretty themed boy pack, and, you know, grunged it up a little bit, added some twine, just some stars and some buttons, grunged them all up, made them dirty. So this is for an older boy. Is that same paper? This one was for a magazine that I had to do, so I had to use their product, make a background, and use these chipboard pieces. So you know, I've done that on my boys layout, so it's cool. And then we move along to where this one was with a hip kit, and you know, it's got the both of them in it, so there are girl colours in there as well, but not predominantly girly. So this one was with a boys, well, it was a school kit, a Kaiser Craft school kit. So that's using, you know, the oranges and the blues and the yellows, which you can never fail on a boys layout. So always works really well. And you'll see at the end, I'll actually give you a sneak peek, I've used this photo twice. So I have no problem using photos twice. It all works out well. So then we come along and my son's getting older and you're starting to see me scrapbook maybe more like I do now. Don't know, but this was a big piece from Glitz Design, so I used the Project Life cards. Once again, don't mind adding pink into a layout with my son in it. And this one is a mixed media background layout. So mixed media background layouts are always good with boys because you can add whatever colours you like and make them suit your page. And this one here was using Glitz Designs overlays, and I've stitched them down onto the page. So lots of bright, happy colours. That's my nephew. And just lots of layering, and yeah, no heavily boy themes. So you'll start to see there are no boy themed layouts. And this one was just a white piece of cardstock, and I had to make a background for a project, and so I tried to match it to the water, and that's that one. This one here was I did you might have seen my video the other day of a girl's layout using the Dear Lizzie paper down the middle, and this one was for my friend's son. So she liked all these sorts of colours, and so that's predominantly what I did for her. I don't necessarily love it, but it's a boys page and it's in the colours that she will enjoy. So this was using a boys collection from Basic Grey, but it wasn't overly themed with cars and stuff, so that was a really good collection to use. So little bits of layering and stuff. So this one was a boys layout made using predominantly a collection that was very girly. So I picked a few papers. I love to get papers and collections that are predominantly girly and actually make them into a boys layout. So, you know, if you look closely to your papers, to your collections, you will actually see there are pieces in there that you can flick over and use it for a boy or a man. So my son's getting older now, so now he's growing into the man zone and starting to, you know, not have it so little boyish like this one when he was little. So, and again, this one is photos of both of them, so I can add pinks and bright colours, all as well. So non-themed, just using bright colours, happy, fun little elements. So the quirky little elements of some papers are going to suit boys' layouts really well. And the same, all the fun little elements work really well. But, you know, he's a boy and I've got pink paper and think it still looks masculine. And this is a masculine one with me in there. So that still works well, just with all these little elements that I've got stuck on there. That was a layout about his shoes. So, you know, we don't even have to scrapbook our kids. We can just scrapbook, you know, general items that are important to them. So this one has his sister in it. So the two, Isaac and Johanna. And so therefore, you know, I could use this wood grain that was more masculine to me, but add some pinks to it, which suits my girl. And then this one was the same kit, except I just chose some colours that, you know, could be determined as masculine and made that one work. So that one would work for an older boy as well, but it worked well for a little boy. And then this one has my husband and my daughter in it. So this one once again, it's not pinks, but it's got the nice peaches and some florals, but it's not overly girly for my husband, but it's not overly masculine for Johanna either. Same as this one, lots of little bits and pieces tucked, but no real themes. And this fun one where they went to a Mexican dress-up night, and so just lots of different pieces, bits and pieces. So once again, I still add some pink, still add some flowers, even though it's got my boy on it. It's all good. Just going to move these for a tick. Alright, so another one. So I've just pulled out some boy colours. Well, boy colours. When I say boy colours, girl colours, you know, stereotypical boy colours I'm talking about. And then we've got this one that's more recent, and you know, I've got the love hearts all over it. Don't be scared to use love hearts or doilies on your boys' layouts, or bits of pink. He's got a pink t-shirt on. You know, he's a masculine boy. It's a masculine layout. It's all okay. This one here, bright and happy, busy one of me and my brother. And so I've just used bright colours on that one. And this was part of the same collection. And just done lots of layers and added little bits and pieces, so you can still do flowers on there. So there are collections that are able to be used for both. This one was one of my favourites, and I've got the background stamping, and I can't remember where I saw it. It might have been a Rit who did that originally. And you know, I've got a girly butterfly there and a little flower, but the colours are masculine. You know, it's a masculine layout, but there's no boy themed product. That's another one, just using circle elements. This was the one I did a video for that frustrated me. You know, I don't love it, I don't hate it, let's just say that. And this one here of me and Isaac. And so once again, you know, if it's me there, I use pink, but this one didn't have any pink, so I've gone with the teal and some yellows and some pops of colour. So, you know, either way, that's not feminine or masculine. It's a really nice layout for the both of us. And then I've got some of these 8.5 by 11 size. And you know, it's got my husband and my son, but I'm not afraid to use some pastels in there. That's perfectly okay, because we're in there as well, so it's not overly girly. And this one here, you know, they are my loves, so I don't care if it's, you know, pink and girly and love hearts. I'm happy with that, so I don't think it's over the top girly. And this one with my husband, you know, it's a layout about love, so it's got a man in it. It's fine. And then just to show you these two layouts. So I've got some process videos on some of these that, well, most of these have got process videos, so they'll be in my YouTube at some stage. So this one here was a photo that I had scrapped years ago, and I found another copy and I've just scrapbooked it again. So I don't mind doing photos twice. And so this was using a new collection from Craft, and so this was how I would scrap boys today. So just showing a little bit of more of a modern feel for boys layouts. And I've got an overlay here from, or a cutout from the cut shop, and using my silhouette to cut that out and painting it up. So that is a really fun way to make a boys layout. So all it is, you know, some paper and a layout overlay. So, you know, easy. And it wasn't a boy themed paper pad either. And then this one, so that was the photo you've seen before as well. So same collection, Shine Bright from Craft. And I've got a process video coming on this one. And once again, it's not boy themed. That was love paper from Crate Paper, and the Craft paper, and a cut file from the Silhouette store. Backed it on paper, and there's a beautiful boys layout. So I hope that that has helped you. you know, to get out of a rut of thinking that you have to use boy themed or not quite knowing how to make it masculine. I think if it's not overly overtly feminine looking, then it's going to pass and the boys' layouts are going to be fine. So, you know, this is a beautiful grey, so I can put some love hearts on there, but there's nothing on there that is overtly girly. So, yeah. So, like I said, I hope that that helps you, and I hope that you've enjoyed this quick flick through. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to just leave a comment in the comment section, and I will get back to you when I can. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!